Hey folks, so today's video is the beginning of a series where I'm going to be taking my 61 Chevy Impala and getting it ready for surgery. Going to turn that car into a resto mod. So I'll be going through, I'll give you, this first video will be going through cleaning it up, getting it ready, starting the process of stripping it down, and then we'll talk about what my plans are along the way and what the strategy will be to get that thing turned into a really nice resto mod driver. For my other folks who are interested in the lathe work, my 10EE project, almost done, maybe 2 or 3 videos I guess left, doing the tailstock and steady rest, follow rest. Those will be put into the playlist for the 10EE restoration, and then we'll get out back on some machining and other other machine work, lathe work and stuff. But for this series of videos, the 61 Impala. All right guys, so I pulled the Impala out of the equipment garage over there. So I pulled it out with my 4x4, and we're going to give it a quick pressure wash just to get the worst of the grunge off of it. But you see it's pretty straight. So let me get this sucker washed down. I don't have side glass over here, so I just got to be a little bit careful. I don't want to soak the whole inside. Now we'll get it into the shop and we'll start our plan on how we're going to deal with this guy. All right, bring you back in a minute. Okay, so getting working on this Impala. I just wanted to give you a little update. So I've got this door stripped off of all its goodies. I'm going to take this door off completely. The other door, going to take the nose off and do a whole bunch of stripping it down so I can get to the point of having the mobile media blaster come and blast this thing down. I don't know if you can see in the bottom of the door there. There you go. Whoop. There you go. Those are the factory vent holes down there, weep holes for the rainwater that collects. See a little bit of surface rust down there, and there's a couple pinholes. You can see them right there. That's the extent of the rust on the doors. The floorboards appear to be all original, haven't been messed with. The rockers are in great shape, no rust. I have found this, I don't know if you can see that, right along there. It looks like a weld right there. So when I get up on the lift, we'll be able to see if that was repaired at some point. But there's nothing on the other side over here. So it doesn't look like there was a floor pan put in it. Now remember, I've had the car for 12 or so years, and I don't know if all those parts were available then for this car. I think some of that is available now. You can see back here, no rust. And we'll take a walk around to the other side. We'll go look through the trunk first. So again, here in the trunk, super clean. It appears to be no rust and no repairs. Even back here, I can't see any signs of like crash damage and repair. It does not look like it had a new trunk floor. But again, we're going to take a peek when we get this thing up on the lift. So all that looks pretty decent. I want to see if I can somehow or another get a look up and behind here, which is, you know, sort of hidden from view. See if we have any rust there. And of course on this side, it does not appear to be so. I'm going to say, based on the overspray of this trunk splatter stuff, and right here where this wiring is splattered, is it was probably sprayed later on in life. But maybe not. I don't know if that was at a factory deal. I don't think so. So if any of you guys know, if you could give me a shout and let me know what you think. But I'm going to say that was a spray job later in life. We looked at the down here. You can see there's no rust, no bubbling. Again, when I get it media blasted, it will tell its true story. I haven't disassembled this door yet, so that's next on the list. All right, on this side, the rust that I see right here and right here, for Northeast, you don't see this on a car that was built in 2015, let alone 1961. So no rust back here. It does not look like this floor pan had any repair work or welding on it. We have some surface rust back there. Again, nothing terrible. Door jams, everything here looks super deluxe. But we'll pull everything apart and we'll see what media blasting tells us. So I'll just keep you updated along the way as I get more parts off of this thing. And then I'll probably record the media blasting guy when he gets here. So I ordered a rotisserie from Weaver. Just an online guy that I kind of liked the couple reviews that I saw, and they were great to deal with so far. They are out of stock on their rotisserie. This is early May right now. I ordered it probably, I'm going to say a month ago, and they just told me this morning that they're looking at mid-June. So my plan is to get the nose off of this thing, get the engine and trans out, all before I get it media blasted. So I want to get this body up on, like say the body shell up on the rotisserie, wheel it outside, and then let those guys come and do their mobile media blasting. This way I could spin it around, do the underside, and then I'll have them blast all the, like say the doors, trunk lid, fenders and hood, all separately. And we'll see how that all goes. But I want to get all the glass out, all the trim off. I'm going to get the dash out of there. I'm going to just totally strip it down to a bare shell and then get it clean right from the ground up. Again, looking at the body, either it was really good body work or there is very minimal body work, because I really just don't see any, telltale signs of somebody at this thing with a bucket of Bondo. So we'll keep you posted. All right, folks, so just wanted to give you a quick update on where I'm at with the 61 Impala project. I took a little break from my 10EE. Sorry to all you Lathe guys that were anxious to see how progress was going there, but I needed a little break from that, so I decided to hop on this project. So I basically have all the front end sheet metal pulled off, which is all right here. Have the gas tank out, fenders, outer and inner fenders off. Got the back glass out. Got the trunk lid, obviously the hood's off. And then inside I have everything stripped out, cleaned out. I've got all the interconnecting wiring, the gas pedal linkage, transmission linkage, and steering column separated. So I'm going to put you on the stand and we're going to lift this body off of the frame and see, hopefully, that we don't have too many attached parts that would prefer to stay on one piece or another. There's actually a guy, I think it's Diesel Creek, and kind of an interesting guy. He just does a bunch of, sort of heavy equipment stuff, and he was pulling an engine out of something, and he had a funny term for separating these things. Sorry, guys. All right, anyway, it was about parts that were attached to other parts that he was trying to separate. So let's get this thing lifted up. So I heard a little click over here. I want to make sure that okay, so what it was, this right here, and that is a aftermarket temperature sensor that I forgot to disconnect. So let's keep going. I thought I heard something else. Emergency brake cable, which I did disconnect, but it was just stuck over there, and it's off now. Okay, so it looks pretty stable. So the next plan will be, I'll get this thing up a little bit higher, and I will push the frame out, or the chassis outside for storage. I'm going to be parting the ways with that frame and drivetrain, because I'm not going to be using it. I'm waiting for my rotisserie to come, and I have an appointment with a Media Blaster mobile guy who's going to come down and do dry glass blasting on this thing, because I'm going to do the interior and the exterior. And from what I've understood from a couple mobile blasters that I've talked to, if you're going to do the interior, you wind up getting a lot of mud and stuff inside from the media and the paint and rust and whatnot, that gets sort of trapped in different places. They all recommended not doing a wet blast on just on a body shell. So I'll do a dry blast. This way I can clean out all the blast media from all the different places. So once I get this frame out of here, I'm going to pull the windshield off, get the dash out and all the stuff off the firewall, and then when this guy gets here, we'll do a rotisserie media blast on it, and then I'm going to separately have him blast inner and outer fenders, the doors, hood and trunk lid, and any other bits that I want to get blasted. So I'll film that, and then I'll post that up when we get there. All right, guys, I'm ready to get this thing out from underneath. I'm going to raise it up a little bit more so I can clear everything. Okay, so I'm going to bring my side-by-side around the back, put a strap on it, and pull it out and get it up in my little storage shed, and then we'll wait for the rotisserie. So Okay, we got it outside. Now I'm gonna go switch the camera to a different spot. I'm gonna go around and check to make sure all the safety locks are in. And they are. Okay. Now that's that step done. I guess you have to see it kind of up on my stand. Keep good company to the 29 Plymouth. Who knows what I'm gonna do with that one? I don't know. So there she sits. So that's a 396 turbo 400, and I don't know, some kind of Aussie GM rear. I won't be using that stuff on the 61. Okay, guys, on to the next part. All right, so we're gonna start on the Firewall. We're gonna pull all this stuff off. I'm gonna take the heater assembly out, wiper motor, brake booster or brake master cylinder. There's no booster on this. Loose up the steering column, bunch of other fittings and bolts and whatnot that's on here. Wiper linkage, and then we'll get the windshield out. I am going to put a Vintage Air AC system in, and I believe that on their SureFit system they supply a blank off plate. But I'm going to do a sort of a real nice cleanup on the Firewall because going to go pretty nice on this project, so I want to get all the stuff cleaned up. Found a little bit of rust right there. This is like really the only spot. A couple little holes on the floor. But this is those holes are really small, but this is a pretty reasonably decent size hole, but not a biggie. I'll fix that one. I'll show you that, and yeah. So I'll bring you back when I get this thing all cleaned off. Okay, so this right here was for aftermarket gauges. This went to the wiper motor. This just seemed to hold on some sort of a bracket. It didn't look like anything was hooked to that one. These two hold on the brake master cylinder. There were clutch head screws that held on this boot. This right here was where the gas pedal linkage came out. And we'll take off these bolts right here. I'm not quite sure what they are attaching to inside, but we'll get those off. And same here. This is the fender tag. Now, I guess on this one, the Firewall tag. So we'll figure out what the story is on that. and get that off of here so we don't sandblast it. All right, so here's the wiper attachment. This bolt right here, this is that pin right there. I took the clip off of that. You got this one. I can't get these clutch heads off, so I'm going to drill those out. Hey guys, that about wraps up today's video. I'll keep posting up videos as I make some progress along the way here with this 61 Impala Resto mod, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I do have another couple lathe videos coming of the 10EE finishing up of that project. So see you soon.